But it was great today to see Shedeur Sanders get criticism from, wait for it,
His dad?
No, come on, that's not happening.
The Muppets.
For the Muppets, yes, the two judges at the end, they were
Jason
all getting very
Segel's
upset.
bringing it back.
Yeah.
And this is where he's starting.
Animal came out and started playing the drums. Former NFL quarterback, and that's the best I could say, Achille Smith.
Oh, great.
Criticizing Shedeur Sanders on ESPN's media platform Enscape, talking about how
what is
look
that?
Look at the tape. It's one of their new media platforms,
okay.
Enscape. And saying that it's clear as day that Dylan Gabriel is ahead of Shedeur Sanders on the tape. Not that Shedeur Sanders can't get there, but he's ahead of him on the tape. Quote, Shedeur took a sack in the last preseason game. It was ridiculous. You had all these people blaming the line. He's dropping back way too far. He's got to step up in the pocket, throw the ball away. It's one or the other. It is open season on Shedeur Sanders from anybody. I know you're going to say, wait a minute, Jason, you've never thrown a football in the NFL. You could barely say that Achille Smith did either.
He was the third overall pick in the draft, though.
Here is Achille, which was stunning. This is Achille Smith, one of the biggest busts in NFL history.
Wow.
Who is weighing in saying, yeah, look at all this. Shedeur Sanders, yeah, he's got a ways to go. Like, Shedeur Sanders, he can't escape criticism from anyone. Not that Achille Smith hasn't earned the right to say what he wants to say, being a college star quarterback and going to the NFL, but wow, man, this is a guy's one of the biggest busts in NFL history is saying, yeah, this guy's got to learn. He's not good enough. Look at what he did in the last game. Like, this is where it's come to for Shedeur Sanders, that it doesn't matter what kind of career you had, what kind of cachet you have in the sport. You could be one of the biggest busts of all time and still, yeah, I'm unloading on Shedeur Sanders for what I think he is this preseason.
Well, I mean, if they're bringing you on, I mean, you're a former quarterback. You played some in the league. You were a high draft choice. And obviously where we're at with Shedeur, not a high draft choice, guy trying to fight his way. And I think if you take the overall, I would agree with the assessment. Right, I argued it the other day talking about that sack. It's the rite of passage, seemingly, from all quarterbacks who've been a bit mobile behind suspect offensive lines, that you're going to have that escapability. Those guys did everything legal, and I mean that legally, not just in the football rulebook, legally, to keep him upright on that play. And it did work, and he held the ball too long. So Achille Smith, if they're being brought in for an audition for a larger role, what are you going to do? You know what? He's played okay. I like the kid. He's going to have a chance. No, hell no. You come out guns blazing.
This is anyone pipes up with content now because if should anybody
Where's Cade McNown at?
I can just pipe up. I'm sure Cade McNown is coming up next. I'm sure he'll be there too. I can't believe we haven't had more from Ryan Leaf on Shedeur Sanders. Where's that been? And this is what makes me sometimes feel bad for Shedeur Sanders, and I understand the chip on his shoulder because whatever he has done, criticism of him goes over the top and completely past where it would be from any other quarterback that is fighting for a job. Does he bring some of it on himself? Absolutely, 100%, right? He's polarizing with how he carries himself sometimes and what he says and taking on reporters after games,
teammates,
and
opponents,
throwing teammates under the bus at Colorado. Right? I get it. But this is where part of me, I feel bad for him. And I think I'm the first person to ever say that. And I understand the chip on his shoulder because just sometimes there's a disdain that media people have for certain athletes that just doesn't make sense, right? Caitlin Clark is someone else who gets treated with disdain that she should, right? Who was the analyst the other day that said, if Caitlin Clark comes back, it's too late in the year to have her back on the team. It's too hard to get her assimilated back into the Fever rotation. Really? One of the top 5 players in the game? No, don't come back this year? Really?
And you just lost Sophie Cunningham.
One of the top 5 players. No, it's too late for her to come back. Yeah, it's only 5-6 games. How are you going to come back? Really? So if Asia Wilson was hurt for the Aces, but she could come back with 5. No, Asia can't have you back. Sorry, no, can't have you back. Hey, sorry, Luka. No, you're coming back with 5 or 6 games left in the regular season. But yeah, the Lakers have been winning. Okay, they can't really have you back, man. I mean, that's the disdain.
It's going to disrupt chemistry.
And that's just stupid. This is not. She's not a role player that is coming back hoping to carve her way back in, but they found a way around it. Like you're talking about a top 5 player in the game. You're talking about Shedeur Sanders, who potentially could have a path to a starting quarterback that was a star in college, and yet he gets hit from all sides. Doesn't matter what kind of person it is, what kind of again, what kind of career they have, what kind of believability, level of respect. It's open season on him just because I don't like him, and that's how I feel about him. And again, that's part of why I feel for him, and I can understand the chip on his shoulder a little bit when I see Achille Smith saying, "Yeah, look, this is the deal with Shedeur Sanders." I'm like, "Wow, man, okay."
Yeah, unfortunately, heavy is the head of he who wears the crown, or she who wears the crown. Right? You're going to take it from all sides when it comes to media attention, for better or for worse. Because for as much as they take the incoming, LeBron, Luka, keep going down the line. There's very few guys that get the hall pass, right? We've talked about it, Steph Curry. He doesn't get it here, but for the most part, he's been left alone until he wasn't. You look at where Shedeur Sanders is now. I mean, you got a very large, willing army to tell you that he should have been the starter from day one, no questions asked. That he still should have been the second pick overall, even if 32 teams, including the team that eventually drafted him in the 5th round, said beat it for 4 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's no rationality, because you know what? Clickety, click, click, click.
Yeah,
I take nonsense.
I can't believe, again, it makes me feel bad for him to an extent. And I don't know, everybody's ever said that. I mean, everybody's ever said that on radio, TV,
You take
anywhere.
that back.
It makes me almost feel bad because that's how he's treated sometimes.